discuss continuation of third aphorism. Here we will be discussing 3 points: knowledge of potency, knowledge of preparation of medicine, and knowledge of obstacles to cure. Selection of potency and dosage is as important as selection of remedy itself. So one must have extensive knowledge to choose potency. As we see, five considerations influence choice of potency: susceptibility of the patient, seat of the disease, the nature and intensity of the disease, the stage and duration of the disease, and the previous treatment of the disease. In general, it may be stated that any curable disease may be cured by any potency when the indicated remedy is administered. But this cure is fastened when you have chosen appropriate potency and dose to that particular individual case. All potencies are required for the cure of the disease, and any potency may be required in any given case. So you cannot tell that this is you should give this potency. This stage of the disease will be helped by such potency, or neither you can tell that based on the age, or you cannot tell based on the weight, as it happens in case of allopathy. Physicians should know how the medicine are prepared, whether he is dispensing from vegetable kingdom, mineral kingdom, animal kingdom, etc. Because this helps in repetition of the doses, potency selection. Uh, why? Because all these things, like suppose if it is from the mineral kingdom, it takes longer time to act, and at the same time you cannot repeat it much. And if it is from the plant kingdom, you may have to repeat it for long, and repeat it often, and then you can prescribe without any problem in a higher potencies also. And in vegetable, and also the person should know, the physician should know in vegetable which part of the plant is used: flowers, buds, stem, roots, or entire plant. In animals, how and which part should be used. Minerals, single or combined form. One must know how ointments and oils are prepared, what is used as base, what is used as vehicle, if alcohol, in which form, which concentration, how to use, how sugar of milk is prepared. One must know the three essential processes involved in the preparation: serial dilution, succussion if there is a liquid drug. This medicine is prepared in three scales, that is centesimal scale, 50 millisimal scale, and decimal scale. If the medicine is insoluble, then trituration is being done in centesimal scale and decimal scale. All these things will be taught to you in pharmacy. You will be practically taught how to identify the medicines and how to prepare the medicine through succussion and through trituration. After doing lots of hard work, with the case, physician prescribes the remedy, but he finds that it's not working at all. Patient comes again and again, tells that he is not all right. Now he has to think what could be the reason, what is obstruction, the process of cure. So one must search for obstacles to cure. Obstacles can be, first itself is choice of the remedy. Physician may not have chosen the proper remedy. Hence, it becomes very important for him to retake the case and choose the remedy once more, or find out whether he has prescribed proper remedy or no. So, once he is confirmed that he has prescribed a proper remedy, then he should concentrate on potency, whether the potency is matching the susceptibility or no. So next is repetition of the dose, whether he is sufficiently repeating the dose, or when the case is demanding for repetition, he is sitting on the single dose. All these things become very important. Patient may not have followed restrictions, advices given by the physician. For example, if the patient is having cold and coryza and doctor has told him to keep himself warm and drink hot water, but is patient thinks that I'm already taking medicine, so I will be all right. He will not neglect all the restrictions given by the doctor and he'll continue with his routines, so which may delay the uh, cure. Patient may not have taken the prescribed remedy. Presence of non-pathological mechanical obstruction in presence of foreign body. We had a case here 2.5 years old girl had come to us with uh, allergic cough and cold. Means that she was continuously coughing. Yes, her parents were showing her everywhere like. So for cold and cough and not cold and cough, basically for cough. And then somebody suggested her for allergy homeopathy is good. So they had come to us. In this case, actually, based on symptoms, went on prescribing medicines but couldn't find any result here. When we saw, again we took a CT scan of a respiratory system, then we could find that there was some, I think, a piece of groundnut which she had, while swallowing, it had entered a trachea, which was constantly irritating the trachea, and she was getting the cough. And once it was removed, immediately she was all right. So, mechanical problems have to be tackled mechanically only. It's not possible for us to do anything dynamically. Extensive pathology. Patients go to all the doctors and then land up with the homeopathy thinking that we can do something. Suppose if they have come to you in last stages of their disease, so already pathology has extended where repair of the tissue is not possible. Here you cannot cure the case, you can palliate the case. Hence, extensive pathology itself becomes a um, obstacle for the cure. And if the patient has psychic trauma, emotional stress, and they have not expressed in front of you, and that itself is the cause for the disease, then if at all you have not considered it, you will be simply mechanically prescribing the medicine without considering the psyche of the patient. That also will not work. Here, in this case, patient needs counseling plus medicine to get out of the disease. Unhappy domestic relations. Here, usually patients, whenever come to us, they come with their near and dear relatives only, and they will be having problems with them only. Will not be able to explain in front of the doctor, and doctor also will not be able to prescribe based along those lines. He unhappy domestic relation becomes a maintaining cause in curing the case. And if at all you understand that there is something like this going on, call them separately for counseling, ask about this, and prescribed on those lines. Cosmetics also can become a obstacles for the cure. Here, the whole topic is in covered in deflected current in her by Herbert Roberts. In this, he gives very good example where he was prescribing Coccus cacti for a cough for a lady, which not at all was curing the case, whereas he was sure about the medicine. Then he could find that she was applying some kind of lipstick which was obstructing the cure. When he told her not to apply this, then the medicine worked. So exactly like that, uh, strong odored scents, perfumes will antidote the remedy. Hence, it is better to avoid, better to find out and tell the patients to not to use these things. Diet, overeating or not eating also becomes a obstacle to cure. Find it out from the patient and correct it. Too much exercise or no exercise at all also can cause obstacle. and a patient physician if he has become overbalanced over the period of time when he went on doing a lot of this one experience. He cannot become a prejudiced and cannot tell that yes, I have seen all such cases and I can manage. But every time, every case is a new, at least in one or two points the case will turn, and it is not as you have seen, and you cannot take it for granted. Hence, you have to be unprejudiced observer and take the case as it is. Hypochondriacal and hysterical physician, where a doctor keeps talking too much, patient is not allowed to express, and doctor is so serious that patient suddenly gets afraid, or some sort of fear is created there and unable to express.
Thank you.